If your DM is offering you homebrew content options or third-party content options to help you build your character, you need a really strong reason not to use them. What's up, gamers? I'm Josh and this is Copper Dragon Games. Today we're talking about why you should be using more of the homebrew options that your DMs allow you to use in their campaigns. Let's get right into it. Reason number 1. Homebrew material that your DM created is probably going to be tied very closely to whatever world your game is going to be set in. Using one of those customized class or race options that's tied very closely to the setting gives you the opportunity to explore those parts of the setting in a way that you might not have the opportunity to do if you just played some random class from the player's handbook like you do in every other campaign. That's not to say you can't explore those parts of the setting with a generic human fighter, for example, but interacting with the thing in the setting is very different from being the thing in the setting or being a part of that thing in the setting. Reason number 2. Your DM may have spent a fair amount of time creating that homebrew for you to use in the first place. Homebrewing DMs spend a significant amount of effort and creative energy trying to make options that make their players happier at the table. And when you've invested a lot of time and energy into making something that you think people will enjoy, it can be pretty demoralizing to see that time and energy get rejected. You could think of it in terms of sinking an entire afternoon into preparing a delicious meal for your family and then having everyone at the table say they don't like it. Or bringing up a cool idea for an activity that you and your buddies can do on the weekend and having all of them say, nah, we're good. Not all homebrew material is made to the same standard. And so it's very understandable that you're going to be seeing some amateurish content depending on how experienced your DM is with creating homebrew. But because it's homebrew, it's even more open to revision than most of the core rulebooks in most people's opinions. So if you see some homebrew that has some potential from your DM, but you just don't like it in its current form, that's a perfect time to go to the negotiation table and say, hey, look, I would totally use this if you just changed X, Y, or Z. You'll be giving your DM positive critiques of something that they created and also moving toward them getting the opportunity of seeing it played at the tabletop, which is what they want to happen when they made it in the first place. Reason number 3. Skipping the opportunity to play those homebrew options comes with a very real opportunity cost. You can probably play that Arcane Trickster in just about any campaign you join, but if you've got a DM who took the Divine Trickster from 3rd edition rules and updated it to 5th edition and has that option available to you in their campaign, that might be an option you never get to experience anywhere else. And giving that up means it's gone. And I'm not trying to poo-poo on the player's handbook options or those from the other core rulebooks. I'm just saying if you have a DM that's giving you the opportunity to play something else, try to use it, because that opportunity may not ever come up again. At least not with that specific version of alternative class features or whatever. A lot of DMs can be pretty restrictive on what content they allow in their games. And if you find one who's allowing lots of extras, you better use those extras while you can, because the next DM that you run into may not even let you use all the options in the player's handbook. So what about you? When your DM offers a list of things that you could take for your character that doesn't exist in the player's handbook or Tasha's or Xanathar's, do you take them up on the offer? Let me know why you do or don't in the comments below, and we'll discuss.